All right, let's rise up real quick. Anybody need a coffee or something?
Welcome
I
back,
think
sir.
the energy's kind of low. You're tired a little bit. I was telling Jabir yesterday. Jabir, right? Jobert, sorry. All right. I'm still getting there. I'm not giving up on myself.
It's the spelling.
Okay, I got it. I was telling him yesterday, I was in a mastermind in Miami. Thank you. And it started at 8 o'clock in the morning and went all the way to 2 a.m. We had the lunch break and a dinner break. But there was food and drinks all through. But it was non-stop, right? And we're not prepared for that because this official schedule was from 8 o'clock to about 7 p.m. But it was one speaker after the other to like 2 a.m., right? So, but it's one of the most impactful masterminds I've ever been in, okay? So be comfortable, be something like, man, it feel like school, it's like just too much information, but that's good stuff because your mental muscles is stretching and growing, okay? Does anybody need a coffee or something to get some energy, get their brain up, a snack, a sugar rush, whatever? If you do, I'll give you 60 seconds to grab something you can eat on your table, okay? Let's get the energy up, okay? Come on, let's get the energy up. Come on. All right. So now you may be seated. All right. That was really awesome, okay? I feel like I'm going to do something a little bit different before I get started. Let's pass the microphone, okay? Let's do something a little bit different because our heart is to make sure that everybody gets not just something, but everybody gets what they need to go. Because sometimes you just give so much information that people kind of just they get lost in it, right? So let's do something a little bit different before I go into my session, which I'm going to be talking about to create an irresistible offer, which is amazing. But before that, let me ask you, if I could coach you right now, what's the one thing, because if you need too many things, sometimes you're overthinking it. Sometimes you still don't have that clarity. What's the one thing you need the most help with in your business? Anybody can go first. What's the one thing you feel like you need the most help with in your business?
Prioritizing.
Okay. Okay, prioritizing. What exactly do you mean by prioritizing?
So I feel as though these 24 hours in the day, it's all a lie. I don't really feel like there's fully 24 hours in a day. But however, I need to figure out ways to maximize my time efficiently to really build the business from the ground up. So trying to prioritize, where do I need to focus my energy so that these 24 hours are super impactful?
Good question. Now, the first thing is that what's taking your energy? What's taking your time? Because you got 24 hours, right? Okay, so let's say you sleep 7 hours. So how many hours is left? Where's my math geniuses? 17. All right. So you got 17 hours. That's quite a lot of time. So where's this going? It's going somewhere.
I feel like I'm always working on it, but then the day's just done.
But the question is that why are you always working on it?
It's a lot that needs to get done.
Is it really a lot that needs to get done, that there's something holding you? What did we call it yesterday? TBS. Right? So there's something that is making you have 17 hours a day and still not enough to get a lot of stuff done. Are you like, let's say, are you working out of these hours? No regular job, right? So what's happening is that maybe it could be imposter syndrome. Okay? Syndrome. I may not spell it right. Imposter syndrome. It might also be TBS, belief system, or it could also be perfectionism, right? Which is also to a disguise for fear and belief system. 99% of the time, people say they are perfectionists. Is a mirage, is a mask to hide fear. Because what are you trying to impress by being perfect? What are you trying to impress by it really being awesome or wonderful? In fact, the rule is actually in software. If your first thing is perfect, then it was launched too late. It should never be perfect. Because it should always be just good enough. That's what we have MVP, minimum viable product, or MVC, minimum viable cost. You get what I'm saying? So it's just good enough to be out there to get that initial feedback from your clients and customers, right? And then from that feedback, you make it better. But then if you just try to like make it, I just want it to be so great, so great, then who are you trying to impress by it being so perfect? Right? So it could be that belief system that you don't have that confidence yet in yourself and your skills, your ability, your market, your audience to put it out there regardless is just good enough, right? Or it's fear. Also, the fear is not always like, oh, I'm afraid of something going wrong. Sometimes it's also a fear of success. Right? Like, okay, what about if this is really great? What about if it really sells? What about if this changes my life? So I'm stuck in my mind instead of being out there talking to my customers. I am overdoing it. Are you get what I'm saying? And this is one of the way people also trick themselves over time. I've seen is that they don't have the confidence to face their customers to sell. So to convince themselves that nothing is wrong, they keep working on the thing. So at least I'm busy, I'm productive because I'm creating something, but you should be selling. So your priority is already wrong because you should be selling, but you're busy creating.
That's true.
Right? So and then if we have to go in, Dr. Faye is a coach now. There's in your course, I think it's called auditing, right? If we have to go auditing, right? There are 7 steps. I don't know if I might be 7 or 10. I don't know. There are 7 steps to auditing, right? You know what you probably need? You probably need an auditing session with somebody else to help you get to the root. Because see, it's the root, right? It's the root that produces the fruit. Right? Tag me too. It's the root that produces the fruit, right? There's a root where this is coming from. Right? Because somebody else in 17 hours, they are killing it. They're making 7 figures. They have a staff of 20. They have 5 kids. They have 7 baby mamas. Everything all together, and they're still killing it. But you don't have such pressure on you right now. But there's a reason why. And this is what a lot of us do, though. We get stuck in our head. We get stuck in our head. Because we always going through it. Always like, oh, it gotta be good. It better be. But really, is it less confidence? Is fear? It's insecurity. Could be the fear of failure or the fear of success. Right? Imposter syndrome. When I first came to America, and I grew up in Nigeria, this story will help you. And in Nigeria, there was no, we didn't have food all the time. So when you open the fridge, it's always white, right? And there's a food there, you dare not touch it. My kids can go to the fridge and get anything they want. We couldn't do it. I mean, 1 yolk of egg, right? For Christmas or for Sunday, we only ate rice, which was the favorite food in Nigeria. Christmas, we ate it every Sunday, but to really eat like real good piece of beef or chicken, it was every Christmas, right? And every Sunday, my grandma, she had about 20 kids living in the house. She couldn't afford to feed everybody. So, 1 yolk of egg, we have to boil it and split into 4 places. That was your meat. That was your protein for your food, right? So when I first came to America, I remember one day, somebody was so gracious to me, the person came to my house and saw that my fridge was empty, then took me to the store and bought me a lot of food, right? And my fridge was now full. When I opened the fridge the next day, I froze. I felt like something was wrong. I felt bad. I feel like an imposter. I feel like I was cheating other people in my country, my brothers, my sisters that didn't have this food. I feel like I should not touch it. It was a reaction. I was so amazed. Right? Now, this was what I wanted, but when I got it, I didn't know what to do with it. I froze. That's some people that get successful and the success destroys them. They were better off when they were broke. Right? One of the questions I was asking Mr. and Mrs. 2 weeks out at the VIP. I don't know if I asked them at the VIP or it was one-on-one. Right? I'm like, oh, baby, I don't remember. How do you guys still keep your marriage? Because most people, when they marry broke, when their money increase, their marriage fails. Right? Their marriage fails. You get what I'm saying? Because now they don't want to do this success anymore, right? So you need to get to the root. This is more than enough time. Maybe you don't try to make it perfect because of one of the root instead of going out selling and talking to your customers. So is that good? All right. What's the one thing? Come on. I'm making it succinct, straight to the point.
Okay, the art of under promising and over delivering, especially with a cohort program, like to structure it to where I'm not burning myself out, but I pack it with value.
Okay, and maybe my question because see, the mouth is the gateway to the soul. Write this down. Eyes never lie, even when mouths lie. Right? That's why if you look at Secret Service, right? Secret Service agents, what do? They're always scanning around with their eyes. Have you noticed them? Because when somebody got a weapon or they are not doing what they ought to do, 99% of people cannot hide it. Right? When somebody's lying to you or something, usually their eyes will tell you. Something about your eyes will tell you, right? But also to your mouth. You see, your mouth tells who you are. You can act like you got it all together, but when you open up your mouth, if somebody have that intelligence, they can decipher whatever you say, okay? So this is what I'm saying to Imani, right? My response to is going to be similar to also what I said to Nia too. You are overthinking things, and if you're not careful, you don't want to overwhelm yourself because you're overthinking it because you want it to come out good. Sometimes you just got to put it out there. Just launch it. You're going to figure out the best program for you. Is it cohort? Is it a course? Right? I just already told my wife that I'm getting out of coaching because it drains me. I'm coming to business consulting now. I just tell you what to do. We map it out. Bam, you're out. Right? But if I'm your coach, I feel, because of my heart, the way I love people, I feel entitled to your success. And then if you're not a doer, if you're not an achiever, if you're not the person that knows how to execute, then I carry your burden. I'm drained carrying people's burden. So I just want to be a consultant. Consult with you. Bye. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. You get what I'm saying? Right? But it took me years to get there. So imagine me trying to ask from day one, should I be a coach, a consultant? You couldn't be able to tell me because I got to figure it out for myself. There are a lot of things that you're going to figure out on yourself. What's the best one? What's the right one for you? Just try. Just choose the one that looks the best for you right now because it might not be the best for you 2 years from now. Just choose a model, right? But again, too, sometimes people are asking questions they should be asking in college when they're in high school, right? You're not even there yet sometimes, right? You know, some things you will know once you get there. So everybody, this is what one of the things that slows people down. They try to figure out everything. Stop. God said, Abraham, go. And he left. He didn't say, God, where am I going? Just go. Take the first step. Launch your course. Launch some form of cohort program, right? What style, what format, you will figure it out. Sometimes your own audience will tell you what they want. They'll be, Manny, I think this is really dope. I know you're doing once a month coaching program. Can we do once a week? Be like, okay, if I get other people that want to do once a week, we'll do that, right? So you wouldn't know necessarily which one is best for you until you just launch. You wouldn't know how cold the water is until you put your feet in it. Gotta put your feet in it. And feel that pain. When it's really cold, feel that pain. We were in Mexico and they put all the water therapy. It's really nice. One day you should get to that type of spa thing. This water therapy, different water thing, and one of it was cold water, like ice water. I don't know how I think white people brought that. They invented that thing. White people feel like anything cold is healthy. My God, no, like that made me sick. I jump in the ice water. Opens your lungs. Why people think anything cold is healthy? It'll be 35 degrees. My neighbors, we have they just take their kids to school with shorts on and flip flop. I'm like, come on, it's 35 degrees. And they can't even prepare us properly. When I put my feet in it, my feet froze. My leg, when I got out, my leg was tingling. It was tingling. But you can't, but I wouldn't know how cold it was until I put my feet in the water. That's it, guys. Stop. Please write this down. It's probably the best thing you're ever going to get today. Stop overthinking things. Stop. Write this down. Get out of your head and get to start talking to your customers. Get out of your head and start talking to your customers. Just get out of your head. Right? I was talking to Tommy yesterday about one of my businesses, and he was asking about cause interest. I said, if I know what I know, I probably would never have done it. Right? But I wouldn't know that until I started. Just start. Right? Just start. Just launch it. I figure it out. Now I kind of know how to maneuver it, right? Because that's what entrepreneurship, that's what mindset does for you, right? Once you have the right mindset and you step out and you feel and you see it's not working, you will know how to switch your game a little bit. Pivot. That's the word. You don't know how to pivot a little bit, right? So, but you just have to launch, okay? All right. What's the next one? I think it's looking good. Okay. All right. What's the one thing you need help with? What's that one thing you think you need help with right now? Oh, everybody's scared. She answered you. Okay. All right.
Hello, everyone. I would say the visibility.
Good question. I'm surprised nobody asked that. Very good question. Okay, so visibility, like I shared a little bit about visibility yesterday. Visibility is a numbers game, right? So, and here's the thing, guys. For a lot of you out here, maybe you have some issue with selling and putting yourself out there, but another big issue that you might have, or you have now, is visibility. People got to see you so they can buy from you. So how do you make yourself more visible? We actually have a session on how to sell your way to millions. I'm going to kind of go deeper into that later on this afternoon, okay? But if I can just give one or two tips right now, it's going to be partnerships. Partner with people that already have their audience. This is how you get traffic. Write this down. You either buy it or you borrow it. Traffic. You either buy it or you borrow it. So, for example, Facebook, you run ads on Facebook. What are you doing? You're buying traffic, right? So, how do you borrow traffic? You partner with other people who has traffic, who has a brand name, right? I went to David Chan's podcast, right? It literally changed my life. It did, because it put me in front of. He has 200 and something thousand followers on his YouTube, right? It put me in front of thousands of people. Today, people still like buying my stuff, connecting with me and stuff like because they saw me there. So, whose podcast can you get on? Who has more influence than you? Who has a little bit more followers than you? Say, hey, sometimes you gotta pay. Now, sometimes most of the time you gotta pay them. You gotta pay them to play, right? Or if you don't pay them to play, some of them, they might do a JV with you. They do a 50-50 split with whatever you're promoting, or they might just be kind-hearted and say, hey, I'll do it with you. I'll invite you. And this is how you do it, though. Let them host you on their platform.
Right.
Not you host them on your platform because you don't have that much followers anyway. You're trying to gain from their followers, right? So that's one of the ways that you get that visibility. You gotta be visible. You gotta be visible. Another thing too that will help too is you gotta go out, make friends, meet people, right? Tekon said yesterday we met at a speaking conference. We met at a mastermind just like this. We've been friends now for 3 years, right? Some people here should be your friend. Don't be the person that you don't call people, you don't text them, you don't engage with their stuff. Then now you need help. Like, hey, can we go live? Like, I haven't seen this since the last mastermind. We haven't spoken, right? So we're not friends yet. You know what I'm saying? Build relationships. Be kind. Be generous with your time. Like people's stuff. Comment on their stuff. Share their stuff. When you sow those seeds, 9 out of 10, they're gonna feel like they owe you the same favor when you have something going on too as well. Okay, always do that. Always. So those are some ways you can get visibility. But partnership is the fastest way, except you have a lot of money to buy love, which is to buy followers, right? And it's expensive. You can run an ad for $50,000 a month. I might not even bring you that much thing, right? But one person that have even 5,000 followers, right, might get you better results. Okay, so yeah, good question. But I'll break it down more later.
With the visibility, like say for instance, if you were wanting to take it to the like pop-up shops or like what am I
like offline, like events and stuff?
Yes, like I would. Yeah, like how would you?
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah. So yeah, that's a good question too, because visibility is also offline and online, and mostly depend on kind of business you do as well. But there's really no type of business that you cannot promote offline and online as well, right? You can do both. Like with Vonza, we always do vendors anyway. That's what I meant here.
The vendors. That's
Good question. What about if I didn't go to that? Was it Circle of C or Invest First? What about if I didn't go and Invest First? It cost me $1,500. Exactly. It cost me $1,500 to have a booth at Invest First. If I didn't go there, I would not have met Nia. Nia would not have been here today. Nia has spent more than $1,500 with me. So imagine when we tell people, Jabir, when we tell people, come to masterminds, especially these smaller meetings, right? People always like, give excuses. And let's say I don't feel sorry for people anymore when they are broke, because I used to break my heart, because that's one of God's mantra in my life, financial liberation for people. It used to break my heart, but then you see that they are their own worst enemy. You get what I'm saying? You don't go out, you don't meet people, you don't network, you don't build relationships, then you expect some money to come for you. How is it going to happen? You get what I'm saying? It cost me $1,500 to get a booth. What about if I didn't spend that money? I wouldn't have met her and some other great people I met at the event today. You get what I'm saying? So, you don't know who is sitting by you, how you guys can collaborate or do things or make money together, right? But if you just come and then you just get what you got and you go home, you don't talk to nobody, you missed a big part of other things you could gain from this. So vendor is great. In fact, any vendor opportunity I get, I always try that we make it, we do it. We've never done any vendor thing where we didn't make our money back. Never. And we have to switch our offers a little bit too. We saw that even though we push it Vonza primarily, but for a lot of people, especially in our black culture, creating online course and this and that is still hard for their brain. You know why? Environment. Remember yesterday? Exposure. All we've seen in our culture with our uncles and granddads and all of these people having businesses. What kind of business did they have? Restaurant, barber shop, salon, lawnmower company, hair salon. What else? Liquor store. What else? Church. On every corner. So all we saw them generationally was a brick and mortar type of business where you work with your hands. Get your hands dirty, son. Get your hands dirty, daughter. Right? You work with your strength. But not with your mind. They used to work in the fields with their hands. They make money with their hands. So now that's all we saw. Then somebody's telling you, and you also have an accent, and tell you, hey, you can make money. You can make money with your mind. You can teach people something. You'll be like, that sounds good, but I have no mental frame for that. So you see why it's harder? And that's why I need to... Okay, that's another topic. We don't pivot a little bit more. I'm coming to you in a second, okay? But you see why it's hard. And why some of you don't be too hard on yourself that you're not making that much money yet. Because you're still growing in this thing. I've been in this line for 20 years. Some of you just got exposed to this in 1 or 2 or 3 years ago, right? You still have time to grow, but just don't stop. Don't go back to all we've seen our forefathers working with their hands and working for time, making money per hour or per time, right? The whole world, other cultures got exposed to intellectual property, information economy, knowledge economy 10, 20 years back before us. And that's why they are ahead of the game. But if you go back now, you leave this event, and you don't create a course, you don't create a coaching program, you don't start building your personal brand, you are part of the people that are not helping our culture move to the new century. Because your nieces, your nephews, your kinfolk, they need to see you like, oh my God, he's running an online business, right? So now you give it that mental framework, that exposure, that information intelligence, right? Exposure intelligence, so that they can do the same as well. That's what you can. What I'm doing is, I'm doing it not just for me, but for people like you and others. To say that, yeah, you can do online business. Actually, I got an accent. You know, I suffered double stereotypes. Some of you is just one. He's black. She's black. But he's black and I can't hear what he's saying. He pronounces it, I can't even spell his name. What? How do you spell your name again? Do you know how many jobs I didn't get because they didn't like my name? They couldn't pronounce it. Like, I'm not calling him back. So I deal with double stereotypes. There was a time I thought I would never make money online because of my accent. I had low self-confidence, low self-esteem. You have to get to the root, everybody. My accent was my low self-esteem. I didn't want to talk in public because when I talk, I feel like I talk funny. When I open up I go to a chamber of commerce. When I open up my mouth to talk, everybody turns and look at me. Because some of them, they just want to hear. Some of them are not, they don't mean bad. They just want to look at you, listen more intently. You get what I'm saying? There's some of them, they're like, oh, you can see their face like, oh, it sounds weird. So I have to carry that on my shoulder, but I didn't allow these things to hold me back because of the work I do and I keep doing in the TBS, the belief system. So with you don't have to talk, you don't have an accent. So why would people not buy from you? I don't get it.
To some people, we do have an accent.
Yeah, but it's not like, but it's not weird to a lot of people, right? It's just, you know what I'm saying? All right, that's Gina. But are you everybody getting something so far? Let me say this real quick. This is why a mastermind is different from a conference where people just talk at you and you go. But you can ask questions, you can collaborate, you can build relationships deeper, right? You can learn from each other. All right, go ahead.
I'm doing my best to craft this question for you.
That's fine. Try.
I want to know about leveraging my access. Quick backstory. I've made millions and went to prison, got my life together. Now that I am a different person with this identity shifting, I've done the work. I work hard. I work too hard. I've done over 18,000 massages.
Please.
I'm doing too much work.
Oh, yeah.
Most of the names you named, the colleagues, I have access to them. I've serviced them. How do I really make myself the authoritative? You know what I mean? Because I guess there's that part of me that feels like the conditioning from being institutionalized. And I hear you.
Woo! Institutionalized.
Thank you for your transparency. So there's parts of me that the fear of really becoming, because someone might say she's doing something wrong, because people still bring that up. She doesn't live there anymore. So it's just kind of like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, how do you, because that's that moment. Once I get it in here and tweak, I already know. I don't even worry about the money, but it's just, how do you not stay back there? How do you die to self, in a sense?
You do what? How do you die to self? Good. Wanda want to say something, but before you say everything, everybody, this is one thing. Please write this down. My Barry said that is really dope. Until you kill this thing, until you kill it in your mind, until you destroy it, which is impossible to do, but until you can regularly put it under your feet, control it, it's impossible to make money online. It's a 5-letter word. Shame. Shame. You know one reason why Kanye is hard to cancel him is shameless. Donald Trump, do you know what Donald Trump won? He's shameless. Nothing you can say about him. Nothing you can prove. There's nothing you can dig up from his past, because this is why our shame kills people. A lot of people, you dig up something from their past, they go hiding and they get destroyed out there. Donald Trump, you bring anything up, it will explain it for his audience, and it's shameless. Okay? You have to be shameless. And everybody deals with this. Because now, a lot of people see me, because I have a tax business, for example. This will help a lot of people. Okay, I have a tax business too, and I train people, I have courses and stuff. But I don't really push it that much, right? Because a lot of people's mind, right? This is a multi-millionaire, right? He has a software company, which is sexy. But you know that software company is not really what's bringing the bread and money yet. You got to fund it for a long time before it makes. People don't know that, right? And then I have all these different things, right? So I've been struggling in my mind. I would spoke to my wife about this. I said, okay, I want to help 10 people start their tax businesses next year. But I'm also concerned too about putting too many different offers out there. And also to what about people don't really click on, don't really buy it like that. Then also to what about people like, why is he always selling this and that? And you know what I'm saying? Right? So my mind, I'm going through all this, what people would think and feel, and my personal brand and blah, 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 blah. But really, my big problem is shame. It's shame. So for you to be successful, you gotta be shameless. I'm gonna put it out there. I don't care about it or not. I don't care if people don't click on it. It don't matter. I'll make certain posts and I'm like, this is really good. People are gonna really vibe with it. I put it out there and it's crickets. And I want people like, just delete it or repost it. No, I'm not. It don't matter, because I'm training my mind to become shameless. That I'll put it out there. It doesn't matter if it comes out good or not. Wonder what you want to add.
I just wanted to say that that's good, the shame, because I study prison ministry and inmates, because I used to be an inmate. I only spent one night in jail though, but I was sentenced to 10 years on probation. And so I now go to the prisons, and a lot of times when I see, if I'm in a room with 200 men, all I see are millionaires. They just don't know it, because the drug dealer didn't know that he was already an entrepreneur, because he had the prostitutes the pimp had the prostitutes working for him. The drug man had such and such in different areas. And so I say to you, half of the people not even going to know your background. And according to statistics, 7 out of 10 people in the state of Georgia will have a felony. 7 out of 10. So we can count in this room. I'm one, have a felony, but you wouldn't know it unless I told you that. So don't worry about the shame. Just worry about that God has purpose for you to give these people what they need. That was just a holding place where God just ministered to you. It's so what? Yeah. Who cares? You went to prison. Nobody cares. A lot of people went.
Yeah. That was very, very good, right? So you just have to be, you just have to be shameless. And don't worry about, and it's another thing too that helps me to push over shame. When I'm about to put something out and I feel that shame of, okay, what the ridicule. Oh my God, when I post about, when I'm helping people start universities, I get called a scammer. I've been called a monkey, a ninja, go back to Africa. People do that. It hurtful, right? And I have a newfound empathy for celebrities. You never knew what it feels like to be bullied online until you've gone through. Yeah. You think you do, but you let a lot of people put their mouth on you online. It is hard to do. I feel for celebrities, because when I thought I was okay, but when people attacked me, especially the very first, I got depressed over it. So I knew that celebrities, I pray for them. It's tough to have that light on you, and people they don't know you, but they just put their mouths on you like they know you, So, but another thing that helped me to overcome pain too is that I think about my wife, my children, my bills, my employees, right? It costs me 6 figures a month now to run my businesses. Okay, I have over 50, it goes up and down, 53, 54 people in all my organizations all over the world, right? I got to pay them every month, right? So what am I going to do? allow what somebody might say about me or not say about me, like me or not like me, stop me from bringing the bread to pay these people that also needs that, look up to me for that check to take care of their families. Which am I going to do to disappoint my staff, my family, my children, or disappoint, you know what I'm saying? So what's your why? If your why is strong enough, don't matter what nobody said, don't matter what your past, your present, your future, you'll be like, I need to make this bread because I have a dream. I have something I want to do with my life. So no matter what you say, because I need to make this bread because I got goals every month, financial goals every month. That's what matters. All right. Anybody else? Okay.
So I just had an epiphany. I literally just got on social media this summer. I was happily living my life, having privacy.
Okay.
And people have come for me on the internet. I don't like it. I don't like that energy. I don't like that hostility. But I realized just now, that's the reason why I've been kind of holding myself back. The more I push myself out there, the more you're going to get people that's going to say stuff. And thank goodness I have supports in place now to catch those comments. Because that's something that I have to further develop and toughen my skin and all that. So I just wanted to share that. Thank you.
That was awesome. But you know what I would say too, though? Please give it to her. No, I would say too, though, don't stop it. They're going to make you stronger and better. If you hide it too soon, because that support, whatever, will not be able to hide everything. If you hide it too soon, right? Because you under a shield, a day is going to come whereby, there'll be a breach of that shield. It's going to hit you so hard. Let it toughen you a little bit more. Then at some level, some scale, you can now have somebody to moderate your comments and stuff. But they hurt, but take it. Take the pain, because they'll make you toughen and make you better, right? So...
I don't want to say this too, because you had said the fear of success, because fear of success is a real thing, and what it comes with, especially when you're talking about social media. But I would say don't even get a moderator. If that's an area of weakness for you, expose yourself to it. In psychology, if you have a fear of snakes, we build you up and we take you to snakes. If you have a fear of what's those things called? Spiders. Build you up, take you right in front of spiders. We put you in the middle of the thing you fear so that you can build a resistance to it. Because so far, most of us have a resistance to anything that is painful. We run from it. We hide from it. We find validation, excuses. We allow things to come up and we say, oh, it must not have been for me. It's a lie. If Jesus had to endure the cross, baby, what you think you finna endure? And you bring in truth, light, and help to people. There are more people in the world who do not. Misery loves company. Mm-hmm. They want you to stay defeated. They want you to stay down. They want you to stay not knowing. They want you to stay uneducated. They want you to stay in your place. So as soon as you now rise up and open your mouth and you start walking in the power and the purpose and the anointing and authority that God has given to you in the ministry that he's given to you, guess what? Those little trolls are going to come out. And when you see the trolls, you need to start giving yourself an applause. Be excited, because that means you're doing the right thing. If y'all not talking bad about me, I'm concerned, because y'all need to be talking about me like a dog, honey. Talk me down. You see what I'm saying? Because all I'm going to do is I'm going to get up and I'm going to really showboat. I'm going to really show you how we get down. You get what I'm saying? Why? Because I know I'm doing the right thing. I know I'm saying something. I'm messing you up. I'm tickling your ears. I'm touching a pain point in your life that you don't want to deal with. But guess what I'm going to keep doing? I'm going to keep touching it. I'm going to keep messing with you, because this is what I'm called to do. At the end of the day, I got to answer to God. I ain't got to answer to none of them trolls. I'm not going to get to them gates and then you say, well, what had happened was they had said I was ugly, and you remember they was talking about me back in the day.
Yeah.
Ain't that kind of conversation. Well done, good and faithful servant.
Yeah.
That's it. And that's not just for you, Nia. That's Nia, that's for all of us. Yeah. When you're doing what you're supposed to do, the kitchen sink should come for your head. The devil should throw everything at you. That's a good sign you're doing it right.
Yeah. That's very good. Very, very good. And I think that's something for everybody though, because from last mastermind till now, every one of you should have made at least $50,000 to $100,000. Right? From the last mastermind to now. And now I'm really concerned between now and the next mastermind, how much are you going to make? Are you going to be so afraid? You're so worried? You're so busy doing nothing that is not bringing money? You're just so busy doing what? You're not making money, you're not busy. Or you're busy doing the wrong thing. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, why don't you want to make money? Right? Why don't you want to live a better life? Retire your mom, retire your dad. I told my wife 10 years ago, now I feel so much pressure calling my mom. She's almost 70. I was talking about knee ache, this, because she don't like her job. She shouldn't be working no more. So I need to hustle more. Dr. Faith just told us it doesn't have to be work harder. I need to level up in my mindset. I want to retire my mom for Christmas. You should appreciate that. Come on. I want to have a talk with my wife about that. Because I want to retire my mom for Christmas. That's going to be a Christmas gift. I want to put her on salary. I want to match exactly what she's making now, so she doesn't have to work for nobody for the rest of her life. So am I going to be concerned about the chores or my mama being happy? You get what I'm saying? So what's the deal? Why? I'm going to put you up on blast. I love you, Dr. Latina. Right? Your school, 2 years now. No, I'll be honest with you all, because somebody got to say the truth sometimes. Your school should have been doing so much better now. Right? I know people making 50, 70,000, 100,000 a year from their school. Right? I'm sure that will replace your job income. So let's have a different thing. Let's have a deeper conversation today. You got to confront what's really holding you back. You got to confront it. You can't be playing. I'm putting Mike on the spot too. I had a conversation with Mike the other day. And Lisa, I love you both. We know we love you both. I put Mike on the spot. I asked him, how old are you? Say 41, 42, whatever. I said, Mike, you're getting old now. Because sometimes you got to know. Hello, somebody. Everybody here, once you get to 40, you're getting old. You've already passed the halfway part of life. Very soon, that knee is going to start hurting. Very soon, your back is going to back. You know what I'm saying? You could go 5 times. But now, after one time, you want to take a nap. It's going to start happening to you. Trust me, young man, have all the fun you can now. Okay? Sometimes you're going to need Viagra, or you just got to... You get what I'm saying? It's going to happen to you. Hold on. It's going to happen to you. Right? Life happens to every one of us. You get what I'm saying? But you can't wait too long. You can't have hope for too long now. You got to work, and you got to figure it out. When I was younger, I used to be some of it was part of my pain, my rejection. People never was really there for me like that. So I get kind of scared of, please can you let that person in? I kind of get scared of like partnerships and stuff like that. I also to my ego too, some part of it, like I should be the boss, I can do it by myself and stuff. But life will humble you if you pay attention. And then when you're learning from successful people, we did a talk with Mr. 2 Weeks Out, and I partnered with Jocelyn Hernandez from the Real Source of Atlanta, and he gave out third of his company, 1/3, because she got something he doesn't have. She got visibility. He partnered up. Sometimes you got to humble yourself. Look at the circle of CEOs, 5 guys. They came up and they built something great. Look at Marco Rosso, my guy. Client Attraction University partnered up with this other brother that got his doctorate from our school 2 weeks ago, right? They're making millions. Their company have helped their clients generate over $1 billion. But no problem with black people sometimes want to do it on our own. And that's why we don't build big things. We build things that are just kind of cute, but we don't build big things. Sometimes you're not meant to do it alone. Who do you need to partner with? I told my wife, we need to have a deeper conversation. Don't do life alone. Who do you need to partner with? Maybe marketing is not your strength, but you got ideas. You need to partner with a marketing person. Maybe give them equity. Sometimes it's 50-50. Even though it's your idea. It don't matter if your idea is not bringing the money. Right? So now you got to be humble enough to serve. Sometimes, look at Joseph. We talk about Joseph. He was never number one in his life. It was always number two. Who do you need to partner with? Jasmine and Tommy are kind of in the same similar thing. But our culture is, I want to be the flyest in the hood. That's our mindset. Why they partner up? They can blow up their stuff. Right? But we have to change this thinking, our culture, that you must own everything, that you must be the boss. No, know yourself. If you're not good at something, you're not called to be number one. Sometimes you're number two, number three in a great thing. And that's where your prosperity is. But you don't have that much time to keep playing around everybody. You don't. You need to have some fire under your whatever. You get what I'm saying? You got to stop talking about it, be about it. Those of you that know me, I will never tell you something I will do and not do it. I told you last time, raise your prices. Who raised our prices? I don't know. I did. I raised our Sartor College rate from 25 to 35,000. Yeah, 35,000. It used to be 25. Now it's 35. I used to do 1 year mentorship for 25. Now it's 50,000 for 1 year. You get what I'm saying? Raise your prices. The same thing that I'm teaching you guys, something I'm learning myself. I'm learning from you all. And I'm changing. I'm taking it to heart. This guy, Taekwondo, talking about habits. One of my bad habits is chocolates. I eat chocolates, but even though sugar is not good for my body. And I remember, I said, man, that's one of my new habits, to stop eating chocolates. Even though it tastes good. So I'm holding myself accountable. What about you? Are you going to go back today or tomorrow and go back to the same thing and forget about everything you've learned? You forget about the habits, how to create an offer, which I'm about to talk about now, how to be shameless, how to partner up. Are you going to forget like this was nothing and you go back? Or are you going to hold yourself accountable? And maybe it's time for us to have, where everybody's signed, maybe to have an accountability group or something.
Come on.
We need to do that. And you need to show up. Because if I'm going to give you 1 hour or 2 hours of my life every month to come up and talk to you, answer your questions, help you, and you got to produce. Because remember, soon people are going to stop dealing with you if you're not producing anymore. Not because they don't love you. Because now you become a drag. Because you want to have all this story, all this. Stop it. Everybody have the same thing holding them back. You need to produce. I told you yesterday, have at least a 10K offer. Who has a 10K offer between yesterday and today? 10K offer. Or you still need some time to think about it. Which is not bad. But guess what? Speed is powerful. Speed. I have to train my mind. Think fast. My wife will tell you too. She knows that. Sometimes when she has to talk to me, she prefers the conversation. So, okay, I'll be brief. Because when you're talking too much, sometimes it makes my brain go to sleep. Are you getting what I'm saying? So you have to be able to train your mind to think fast, train your mind to not wonder about, train your mind to be alert, train your mind to understand quickly, train your mind on how to make decisions fast. Because I got employees in maybe at least 6 or 7 continents in the world. Honest to God. And they call me, things happen. What do you think we should do, Dr. Uyi? I don't have time to be like, let me sleep on it. Sometimes it's going to be yes or no, or give me 5 minutes, I'm going to get back to you. But I wasn't always like this. When I was in school, I was called the average student by my teacher. But I knew to go from Millie to Billy, I got to think faster. Understand things faster. Right? Comprehend faster, right? Again, I'm saying when you start training yourself like that, and you find yourself like, let me think about something. No. We're gonna make a decision right now. We're gonna think about this right now. We're gonna figure it out right now. And you start training yourself like that. Before you know it, your mind will start thinking faster. You start understanding faster, processing faster, right? Because speed, nobody got, the world is moving fast. People are not going to wait for you. You know what I'm saying? But here's what I'm saying, guys. Execution time. Stop playing now. Stop giving excuses. Oh, I'm working with that thing. I'm working with that. No, you're not waiting on nobody no more. You are going to execute. You're going to have something. And you're going to implement everything you've learned. And you're going to create your offer. Are you going to create something based on your pain, your experience, or your expertise, right? Whatever that is, you're going to put it into three different packages. Let me go to anybody have another thing before I go into my speaking right now, my session?
To piggyback off of what Nia was saying, because when it comes to like cyberbullying and everything, I've had hate comments myself, like from different people. And I've had some funny stories. I've had literally, because with my mental health programs, I combine the spiritual with the natural, the practical, like everything. And I've had multiple pastors fight me, So, I'm grateful to have a mentor like Dr. Yu and Dr. Faith who combine entrepreneurship with faith. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't even matter when people are fighting you, because sometimes I'll address the first hate comment so that I put them in their place. And then sometimes I delete them after that if they keep going, so they don't take advantage of me. And then just a quick story. There was this one guy who was like reaching out to me, and interested in what I have to offer and things like that. And he wanted to like get to know me like that, and all of a sudden, like when he started seeing what I was really about with my posts and everything, he like cut me off and he said, this is not going to work out. But to this day, he watches my story every day.
Come on.
So I'm saying the people that hate you, claim to hate you and stuff like that, they're still watching, so.
Awesome. Yeah. All right, so let's do that. Let's get up for like 60 seconds, guys. I'll make sure our energy is up. Come on. We're about this money now. Money is about energy. Come on. All right, let's jump to 10. Okay, you look fit, so you should not have any problem. All right, so Michael, you guys gotta show me what you guys on. Cause Michael always like 6-pack all the time. All right, so Michael and Tommy lead us to count to 10. We're gonna jump 10 times. Okay. Jump. Last time we said jump, people were doing like this. This is not jump. Your feet have to leave the floor. Okay. All right. So Michael, lead us for 10. Count to 10. Tell me and Michael. Go. 1. Prophetess, you're not jumping. 10. All right. Be seated. Be seated. We're going to go into my session now, okay? I don't know why. Okay. All right. So, how to create an irresistible offer, right? Let me give you 4 steps, okay? Because it's very powerful. Because if you know what you want to do, right? Well, you know what you want to create, right? You need to know how to sell it. Because that's the key. How to sell it. Sometimes it's not just, you have to know how to sell it, all right? So, okay, let me go fast now because we have our next session coming up shortly, okay? All right, so now this session now is how to create an irresistible offer. So number 1, what's an offer? An offer is whatever you are producing for your audience to buy, okay? So and remember too, an offer is something that you are going to be able to provide for them. So don't provide or say you can provide something that you cannot provide, okay? All right, so let me give you 4 steps that can help you create an irresistible offer. Number 1, you got to identify your offer, okay? Identify your offer. So what offer are you going to provide? Is it a course? Is it a cohort program? Or is it just a straight coaching program? Is it done for you? Okay? Because people don't know. If one of the best ways to make the fastest money, learn something, expertise that you can provide as a done for you service. Right? Done for you service. Learn something, teach somebody else. Okay? So identify your offer. Is it a course? Is it a cohort? Right? Is it a membership? Right? Is it a done for you? DFY, done for you? Is it done with you? Right? Done with you is more like coaching, right? Done for you is that you're helping them do it, right? That's one of the play I was giving to Tommy and and Jasmine for a while now, right? Creating a done for you. So people want to they want help people start their credit repair businesses. Teach them everything you know. You can charge $20,000 for that, easy, compared to doing somebody's credit for 3 months and they quit and stuff like that, right? So done for you is always good. What do you know that you can do for people? People will say, hey, I see you making good money. How can I get into the business? Hey, I'll teach you everything I know to help you get into financial services, even Michael into financial services too, right? So that's a done for you. That means you do pretty much everything for them, right? Or learn how to create a course. Even here, you can have a done for you course and services. You've been through all that. You just have to invest in one camera, lights, microphone, right? And now you can help people create their curriculum, help them record their course and stuff. You can easily charge $10,000 to $25,000 for that, right? For done for you, right? So identify your offer. And here's another thing too. I told Imani this yesterday. Don't offer too many offers to the same person. It confuses them. Don't say, hey, which one are you going to buy? You're going to buy my course? You're going to buy my membership? Or you're going to buy my done for you? Or you're going to buy my done with you? Or you're going to buy my 2 phone calls? Right? It's too much. Right? But you can offer multiple tiers of the same offer. Woo! That was good. Right? Offer multiple tiers of the same offer. So that means if it's done for you, you can have tier 1, right? 1, 2, or 3. Tier 1 could be, let's say, with 10,000, we create everything for you and you get 3 months of coaching, right? Maybe with tier 2 is 25K and you get everything plus 6 months, right? Maybe tier 3 is 35K, you get everything but is 75K. So you see, it's one offer, but it's multiple tiers of the same single offer. And that's what Dr. Phil was saying earlier about multiple streams of income in one business, in one niche, not multiple businesses. So don't be like, oh, I'm doing a launch, I'm doing a challenge. So which one you want to buy? You can buy my course, or you buy my cohort program, or you can buy my membership. It's too much. But you can say, I'm launching today, my offer today is my course. Or my offer today is my cohort program. Or my offer today is my done for you, done with you. You get what I'm saying? And now, this is my offer. Let's say it's done for you. It's my offer. So which of the tiers you want to do? People usually going to go with the middle most of the time. You see? So it's the same, right? So you have to identify your offer. You have to be clear on what your offer is and identify it, right? And niche down. Yes, my rule. Until your offer makes 100,000, don't add another one because you're still learning it, right? In fact, Russell Brunson famously teaches that you have to make at least $1 million before you have another funnel, right? At least 1 million. But for me, if you're just starting out, at least 100,000 before you have the second offer. Okay, and let me tell you too, until you make at least $25,000 organic, don't run ads. You're wasting your money. You waste it because you don't have enough traffic here. You don't have enough brand recognition. You don't even know what your offer is yet. You've not sold enough yet. So to me, running ads, except you're running ads to build your list, which you can do, right? You don't have to make 25. You can just start running ads from day one to build your list, right? But if you really, running ads is really to scale. You already have proof of concept. That means you've had at least 10 to 25 people buy it already. Now you're like, let's put some more fire to the engine. Let's put some more fuel, right? But if you just start running ads, you know what? You're running from something. Right? You're having confidence issue. You're looking for something to come save you. Right? Escape route. Or escape goat. You're trying to make ads your escape goat. I cannot sell, so I'm just going to run ads, so ads will help me sell. It's not going to work. Because you cannot sell, so your ads are not going to work because you don't know how to sell. But once you figure out how to sell, then you can, use ads to add more fire because you figure out your wording, your copy, all of that kind of stuff, right? So here's the challenge. My God, I remember I was in a meeting with SaaS, which is software founders, and everybody was talking about where they are and stuff like that. And I was like, man, who do I need to hire to help take our company to $1 million ARR, which is $1 million a year? And this guy, I never forgot that word in a mastermind, about 12 or 13 of us. I don't remember everything, but I never forgot what that guy said. He said, until you get to $1 million, you don't need to be hiring anybody to help you sell. And I'm like, you don't need to. Right? Because, again, I'm looking for an scapegoat. Let me get this marketing person that will help me get $1 million. No. You need to figure out how to sell your own stuff first, before you can have somebody try to help you sell it better or sell it to a greater audience, right? And if you're just starting out, you don't need to be wasting money on VA and this and press release, all of it. Go sell. Make some money first. Come on. Stop looking for a scapegoat or cheat routes or cheap code or stuff like that. Go sell. You've not made $25,000 yet. What are you doing with your life? Why you need a VA? Why you need a social media manager? Why do you need an account manager? Why you need a bookkeeper? You don't. Go sell. When you get to 25K, now you have money to hire somebody. You get what I'm saying?
What are some tips on, when you say go sell? That's a little bit,
Yes, and this afternoon we have a session on how to sell your way to millions. So I'm going to go into that and organic strategy, but I need to also go fast now. 5 minutes, I should be out of here. Number one, how to attract an irresistible offer. Identify your niche, right? Identify your offer. Number two, make it attractive. Okay? Make your offer attractive. An attractive woman will always get heads turning. Right? The same thing with an offer. Make your offer attractive. If it's done for you, or it's done with you, or it's a course or a cohort program, find a way to make it sound fun, attractive, appealing to people, right? I don't have time to kind of break it all down to give you all the different ways to do that, but just figure out a way. Think to how can it be more attractive? How can I say it better, right? For example, yesterday we said, instead of saying how to lose weight, which is so generalistic, don't mean anything, right? How to lose 10 pounds in 30 days, right? And how do you make it attractive? Try to think of the 3 pain points of your customers. Okay, what are 3 pain points and how can I communicate it best for them? Okay, are they after money? Are they after value? Are they after legacy? Right? When running our Launch Start Your College program, which I think was because of the fear of people actually, right? Because at first I was just talking about make 6 figures from it. People started attacking me so much is it about money? School should not be about money. Blah, 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 blah. So I now changed it to legacy. And I probably lost a lot of money because most people don't wake up in the morning and I'm like, I want to start a school to leave a legacy. No, they want to make money. Right? But I allow fear and the trolls to get on me so much, I started changing my messaging to legacy. So you can see that several angles you can use to sell your thing. For our school, we say it's fast track, it's affordable, it's flexible. That's the pain point of our students. And simple to everybody gets it, right? Okay, so no matter what you are selling, those of you in life insurances, one of my guys, in fact, he was supposed to speak at this mastermind, but he has a conflict of schedule. Marvin Mitchell, you guys make sure you follow him on Instagram. Marvin Mitchell sells life insurance, right? But guess what? He doesn't go tell people to buy life insurance. You know what? Black people are scared of dying. Black people don't buy life insurance compared to other cultures. You know what I'm saying? So he doesn't go around telling people, buy life insurance, buy life. Nobody want to buy life insurance. Do you know what he calls it? Infinite banking. There's another way, what they call it to start your own bank. They call it infinite banking, then start your own bank. Now, what's more attractive? Infinite banking or start your own bank? Start your own bank. But it's the same thing as selling. So you got to find a way to make your offer attractive. You're good with that, right? All right, let me go to the next one, right? Let me write this down for my note too. Start your own bank. Okay. So number 3. Is it number 2 or 3 now? 3. Okay. Be concise and clear. Okay. Your offer needs to be concise and clear. And Joberry, I used to just tell people I can help them make money, but it doesn't mean anything. What is that exactly? Now I'm learning to be more concise. When I work with you, I help you double your income in 90 days, or I help you make an extra $10,000 to $50,000 a month, or whatever that particular offer is, right? You gotta be clear, be concise, be clear with your offer. Maybe your offer is not about money. I help you think better. I help you sleep better, right? I help you dream better. I help you whatever it is. Make your offer clear that even a child, a 6-year-old, can understand exactly what you do, okay? So make your offer clear and concise. Number 4. This is very big. It needs to be sensible and practical. Okay? It needs to be sensible and practical. If you say my offer is to help you lose 50 pounds in 14 days, it's not sensible. It's not practical, right? It doesn't make sense. People can doubt it, right? Of course, it's okay. People doubt it a little bit, but it should make a little sense and say, okay, that makes sense. I kind of can see that, right? Especially those of you that are selling financial services, show them the end result. Show them the path, right? Show them the path. Okay, all right, I'll help you make $20,000 a month. Yes, how we're going to do it. I'll help you create the iTicket program for $1,000, right? I'm going to help you sell 20 of that every month. So if I help you sell 20 of that every month, that's what, 20,000. See, it's sensible. I'm breaking it down for the mind. Write this down. This is one of the best things I'm going to say in this session. This is how you say to your client, I got to choose one. Somebody can use 2, but don't use all 3, right? You can sell based on fear, logic, or emotion. Fear, logic, or emotion. I use fear a lot with my clients. And sadly, a lot of people, especially black people, they need fear. I don't know. We have to be spanked a little bit for us to do the right thing. I don't know why. We just hard-headed sometimes as a culture. So fear, hey, if you want us to work together, you got 48 hours to make a decision or this deal is off the table. Fear. So the fear of missing out, FOMO, right? Fear of missing out will make people, this is another word you should be familiar with, FOMO. Fear of missing out, right? Will make people jump. So you sell with fear or you sell with logic. Logical people are people that are analytical. When you talk to your client, when I spoke to Nia, I know Nia was very analytical. People that use their mind a lot. You can't win them by fear. They don't move by fear. They move by reasoning, right? So help them see the numbers, help them see the value, help them see what you're providing, okay? Then it's also similar to logic. But logic is, that's logic, right? You sell by logic with practical people, right? Then fear, the third one is emotions. So imagine you lose that 20 pounds. Right? And now you go from single and not dating to now you become sexy and dating every day of the night. You know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? So what am I doing? I'm selling with emotions. So can you imagine Google power words and start using some power words? Imagine. Can you imagine, Learning Trees, what happens when you finally release that course you've been saying you're going to release for the last 2 years? Can you imagine? No, it was not a shade. It wasn't a shade. It was just an illustration, okay? I just happened to call her name, okay? Okay, but maybe it was a shade, half of it, right? Can you imagine, Nia, when you stop telling yourself you're too busy and stop busy and just start talking to people? Can you imagine what will now happen to your business, right? So I'm selling with emotion. So always sell. Sometimes you can mix both of them, but don't do more than 2 because it's overwhelming. If it's going to be fear, so that's why it's good to talk to your clients. If you do one-on-one, when you do that initial onboarding call, are they the rational person? The way they talk, the way they think, then it's logic, right? So what would be the reason why you wouldn't buy today? Well, I just need to make sure I'll really make my money back. That's a logical person. Is rational. Then if you don't sell by emotion, you break it down for them, right? Okay, why are you not buying today? Why are you not going to close it? Why are you not ready to close today. I don't know. I don't know if this is going to work for me. That's fear. So, right? Or it could be emotional fear. So they have fear. So I have to address that. So that's one of the ways you sell. Okay, logic, fear, or emotion. Right? So make it sensible and practical. Number 5, I already said it earlier. Number 5 one will be urgency. Urgency. Urgency always works. It always works, right? So especially someone that's already interested, when you put urgency to it, it always works for them to take the chance. So when you look at these 5 principles, right, it helps you to create your offer. And the next thing I want to do now that I'm out of here, then before you come to your session, is showing you some of my offers. Because one of my best gifts is a gift of learning. Is a gift of observing, and is a gift of the ability to see something, copy it, and refine it. A lot of people cannot do that. A lot of people, you show them the recipe all day, they're still going to burn the burger. they can't do it, right? And I think Kanye West said in one of his interviews that that's one of his secrets, his ability to learn. You have to be able to learn. Right? You can't pay for everything. Learn some things. Learn gifts. Learn skills. Learn how to turn on the camera. Learn how to turn on the light. Learn some skills. Learn something. So when business go hard, you don't have to go Uber. Right? When business go hard, and there's nothing wrong with that. When business go hard, you have a skill to fall back on. If my business get hard, I'll be a photographer. I've learned it. I'll be a videographer. I've learned it. Right? I'll do taxes. I've learned it. Right? I have all the skills. I'll do production. I got skills. I'm not just somebody just talking about some online business. I got some skills that I'm still eating from, and skills to fall back on if all hell break loose.
Yeah, you better say that.
You know what I'm saying? If internet goes away, Facebook goes away, whatever, I'll be knocking on doors and say, hey, you got a 3-year-old that can do photography or something. You know what I'm saying? So have skills. It will be your insurance. If all things go crazy, what can you do for people for them to pay you for? And that you can charge a lot of money for too. So that's why I'm sharing this story with you too. At one point, my highest offer was $10,000. Until one of my coaches, she coaches me from afar, I saw she has an offer for $20,000. And I was like, oh my word. She has the nerve to ask people to pay her $20,000 for the same thing I was charging $10,000 for. I'm going to up my price. First, you make a decision, you figure out the detail later. But the problem was I didn't know what I would offer that would be valuable enough, right, for my client to pay me $20,000. So now I have to figure out what I can put together so that it will be a no-brainer for someone to pay me $20,000. But I first decided I'm going to raise my price to this. Don't just raise your price for raising your price sake, and what you're offering is really not that dope, right? Nobody's going to buy from you. My mentor said I should charge $25,000, so $25,000 for what? I don't know. We just talk 3 times a day. Whatever. I'll just charge him. No. I'll be making make sense. Remember that offer? Do you remember? Make it make sense, right? It needs to be what? Did you write it down? Identify your offer. No, don't make it complex. Keep it simple. Make it attractive. Hold on. Make it attractive, right? Make it sexy, right? I mean, if you know, guys, maybe Tommy can help us with this one. Tell me when. No, let me leave that. No, but make it attractive makes sense, right? A woman can look. When a woman puts on a lipstick and a short dress, her appeal changes. Right or wrong?
Right or right? Yes or yes?
It's true. It's true. You get what I'm saying? If you don't believe me, why do prostitutes and escorts always have lipstick and short dresses? Why don't they wear nightgown or what's called maxis? That's what I call it, mumu? Why? Because it enhances your value. So a woman can make more money by just putting on lipstick or wearing a shorter dress. Our value or our perceived value, attractive just increases. Human psychology, right? Okay. Okay. All right. So when I saw that she did that offer, it inspired me to create my own offer, right? So here are some of my current offers. Maybe it might give you some guide or some gauge. All right. I don't have anything less than, but soon I'm going to create something for maybe $47 because there's always that crowd of people that this is their comfort level to get them into your ecosystem. Maybe it's going to be an ebook, right? Okay, but sometimes an ebook and this for $47 is not going to work. There's something called the value ladder. It's people like $47 for an ebook. No, I'm not going to pay you that. You have to add something. So maybe in an ebook you also get 6 videos with it, right? Could be short videos. You know what I'm saying? Comes under the ebook, right? So now you get the ebook, but I'm not selling the videos though. Don't be like, get my ebook and videos. No, get my ebook, but you also get bonuses. Bonus 1, 6 videos. Bonus 2, my affiliate links to help you make money. Bonus 3, right? You stack it. You value stack it, right? You get what I'm saying? So something like that, right? Then I have so I already told you guys so I do consulting, 1 hour consulting, okay, is $1,000, okay? Do people pay? Yes. They have a VIP day, which is right here in the boardroom, is $5,000, and that's for about 6 hours, okay? I have a 6 months mentorship, and it's $25K. I have a 12 months, which is 1 year, is $50K. I hope I'm not missing anyone. 1 hour VIP day. Okay, and VIP day is not like we walking. Like we map out everything, we structure it, we help you execute and stuff. And VIP day too, I also give 2 or 3 calls as well to it.
I just want to know about the VIP day because I'm about to do the same thing.
Okay, yeah, awesome. So VIP day. Can I put some? You bought my VIP day, right? How much did you pay for the VIP?
I made my own offer, so remember, I kind of tweak things around.
Yeah. So I'm not just telling you something. $5,000 for my VIP day, right? So you see how much value I put on my time too, right? So an hour of my time is $1,000 because otherwise, it's $1,000. So my VIP day, I do it right here at the office. I use the board, right? Because I like to break things down. So VIP day is like you really want, maybe you stuck or you want to grow or you need strategy or clarity or whatever. 6 hours. We'll do lunch too. Include I pay for the lunch, right? You pay me $5,000. I can at least pay for lunch, right? And if you're flying out, I'm going to start adding the bonus you didn't get now. Probably pick you up in the Rolls Royce. We'll drive around. Yeah. Don't worry, I got you. Next time you come or something, right? So we drive around the Rolls Royce. We go eat out fancy for lunch and stuff. So it's in a boardroom, right? But there's a pain, there's a problem you have. You want, usually it's clarity, maybe it's execution, it's strategy, whatever that is. So it's 5,000. So in that 6 hours, we're mapping things, we're breaking it down. I'm using a big board. We're mapping everything down, right? They also give you 3 coaching calls after that too, to hold you accountable and to continue to coach you and stuff like that. But the goal is this. In that VIP day for 5,000, you only need to just execute on one of the things I tell you to make your money back. And also too, I feel like I'm cheating myself too because there's something I'm also going to do for you that might not be tangible, but it's the most crucial. Every time we do a VIP day, your mindset is going to go up. And when your mindset goes up, your money is going to come up too. You get what I'm saying? So I like this too because I can just do 6 hours. I still have 3 calls to do with you one-on-one. But at least it's just, most of my time is just that one day, right? And then 6 months is $25K, then 12 months is $50K. That's pretty much my offer in order that my courses and all that stuff I got going on, okay? Then also, I also have one too, which is a SYC, Start Your College program, where we help people start their own Christian universities. Is $35K. Okay, so when you look at all of these, you know, if you can execute, there's no way you can do $1 million a year. You just execute because it's high numbers. 5,000. How many customers I need a year if I really push this to get to $1 million? 200.
200 plus 20 would be 100,000.
200 customers, right? Okay. But the problem with this, why it's not usually scalable, is that how many days in a year I got? So I'm working a job. Even though I make $1 million, but I'm working a job because 200 days out of the year, I'm doing it. So maybe a better way to scale it is that I can do a group coaching, group VIP days, where I can have up to 6 to 10 people pay me $5,000 to spend a day with me. Right? That's the way to scale it. So I can only work 4 times a month and make like 200 grand instead of working every day, right? Someone say, oh, okay, Myron Golden, he charges $200,000 for a day, for his VIP day. Dr. Myron Golden, $200,000. And one of my friends, Marvin Mitchell, this guy also too, Papachulo, Dreaded, they both paid him $200,000 to hang out with him for the day. And guess what? They paid $200,000 and they made how much? $7 million back in probably 30 days or so? In less than 4 weeks. So you're thinking that these things don't work? It does. They've never made that kind of money before. They paid $200,000 for a VIP day with him, and in less than 4 weeks, they made $7 million. This is real stuff, guys. Okay, so it's good to invest in yourself and invest in the right mentor coaching where it's just you. And that conversations, that experience, that exposure shifts something with you, then you go back and be like, man, it's time to eat now. Let's eat, okay? All right, Dr. Phil, are you ready? Everybody good? Everybody good? Everybody good? Everybody good? Everybody good? She's talking about how to launch that. Then after this, I think we're going to lunch. Yes. Okay? So we can do this in 30 minutes? Yes. Okay. Yes. You guys got something from that session? Yes. Everybody gonna have the offer? Yes. Okay. Who has finished their offer already? Good. So one of the things I spoke about too is speed and execution. So what about you doing your lunch? And it doesn't have to be perfect. Just have a 3-tier offer when you come back from lunch. Okay? Just have some form of 3-tier offer. You can make it better later. Okay? Is that good, everybody?